The sky burned orange as Lionel Messi stood at the edge of the runway, his eyes heavy with emotion. The wind carried the fading echo of his final conversation with Cristiano Ronaldo, a goodbye that felt deeper than words. It wasn't just another departure, it felt like the end of something bigger, something neither of them could explain. Ronaldo stood still, watching as Messi slowly climbed the stairs of the private jet, their unspoken bond stretching across the distance. Inside the aircraft, everything seemed calm. The soft hum of engines, the dim ambient lights, and the luxury interior wrapped Messi in silence. He leaned back, closing his eyes, replaying moments, victories, rivalries, laughter. But fate had something else planned. Just minutes after takeoff, the peaceful sky turned violent. A sudden explosion ripped through the engine. Flames burst out, tearing into the clouds like a blazing comet. The plane shook violently, alarms screaming through the cabin. Passengers panicked as oxygen masks dropped, and the pilot's voice cracked over the intercom, barely holding together. From the ground, Ronaldo saw it all. The fire in the sky. The falling aircraft. And in that moment, instinct took over. Hidden beneath his jacket was something no one knew about, a cutting-edge, futuristic rescue armor designed for extreme emergencies. Without hesitation, Ronaldo activated it. Metallic panels wrapped around his body in seconds, glowing with energy as powerful thrusters ignited behind him. He didn't think. He launched. Shooting into the sky like a missile, Ronaldo pierced through the clouds, heading straight toward the burning plane. The wind roared against him, flames reflecting in his visor as he approached the chaos. Inside the aircraft, Messi struggled to stay conscious. Smoke filled the cabin. The world blurred. Just as everything seemed to fade, a powerful force smashed through the side of the plane. It was Ronaldo. With precision and urgency, he cut through the wreckage, shielding Messi with his armored body. The plane was moments from complete destruction. There was no time for careful planning, only action. Grabbing Messi, Ronaldo activated his emergency descent system. The two of them blasted out of the aircraft just seconds before it exploded in a massive fireball behind them. They fell. Through smoke. Through chaos. Through the unknown. And then, darkness. When Messi opened his eyes, the world had changed. The wreckage was gone. The sky was calm. Waves crashed gently nearby. He was lying on rough sand, his body aching, his mind struggling to piece together what had happened. Not far away, Ronaldo was already on his feet, scanning the surroundings. The armor had powered down, leaving him in a sleek, battle-worn black suit, clean, sharp, and almost unreal against the wild environment. Even after everything, he stood strong. But relief didn't last long. Before they could gather themselves, shadows moved through the trees. Figures emerged, strange, unfamiliar, dressed like pirates but with an unsettling presence. Their faces were hidden, their movements precise. Within seconds, Messi and Ronaldo were surrounded. Outnumbered and disoriented, they had no chance to fight back. They were captured. Blindfolded and taken deep into the jungle, the two legends found themselves in a world far removed from stadiums and cheering crowds. This was survival. This was fear. This was something neither of them had ever faced before. Hours passed. When the blindfolds were removed, they were inside a hidden camp, wooden structures, flickering torches, and the sound of the ocean echoing in the distance. The mysterious captors spoke in a language they couldn't understand, their intentions unclear. But one thing was certain. They weren't safe. Ronaldo's eyes met Messi's. No words were needed. They both knew, they had to escape. Using sharp instinct and perfect timing, Ronaldo broke free first, silently taking down a guard. Messi followed, his agility kicking in as they navigated through the camp. Together, they moved like a team, not rivals, not competitors, but brothers fighting for survival. They ran. Through dense jungle, over roots and rocks, chased by voices in the dark. The jungle was alive, sounds of unknown creatures, shadows shifting in the night. Every step was a risk, every breath heavy with tension. But stopping wasn't an option. After what felt like hours, they reached the shoreline. The ocean stretched endlessly before them. And there, standing beside a broken boat, was Neymar. Exhausted but alive, Neymar turned in shock as he saw them. The reunion was brief but powerful, no time for questions, only action. He had been stranded there too, trying to survive on his own. Now, they were together. But freedom was still far away. The pirates were closing in. With no other choice, they pushed the damaged boat into the water. Waves crashed against it as they struggled to climb aboard. The engine barely worked, sputtering as Neymar tried to bring it to life. Behind them, lights appeared along the shore. They were being hunted. Finally, the engine roared. The boat surged forward into the dark ocean, leaving the island behind, but danger followed. The sea grew rough, winds howled, and lightning split the sky. Another storm. Another test. The boat was no match for the waves. A massive surge flipped it completely. Once again, they were thrown into chaos. Water swallowed them. Silence returned. When the sun rose, everything was still. Messi opened his eyes again, this time to a quiet, empty beach. No wreckage. No pirates. No storm. Just sand, trees, and endless ocean. He sat up slowly. Nearby, Ronaldo lay unconscious, his black suit torn but still intact, a symbol of strength even in defeat. Neymar was further down the shore, slowly waking up. They had survived. But they were stranded. No technology. No rescue. No clear way home. Just each other. As the reality settled in, Ronaldo stood up, brushing off the sand. His expression was serious, focused. This wasn't over. Not yet. They needed shelter. They needed water. They needed food. Working together, they began building a basic shelter using wood and leaves. Neymar searched for fruits while Messi explored for fresh water. Ronaldo reinforced the structure, using every bit of strength and intelligence he had. The sun moved quickly. Night was coming. And with it, new dangers. Strange sounds echoed through the darkness. The jungle came alive again, but this time they were ready. A small fire crackled between them, offering light and a sense of hope. For the first time since the nightmare began, they sat together in silence. Not as football icons. Not as legends. But as survivors. Ronaldo looked at the horizon. Messi stared into the fire. Neymar leaned back, exhausted. They had faced fire in the sky, enemies on land, and chaos in the sea. And yet, they were still here. The question remained. Would they make it back home? Or was this island only the beginning of something even bigger? The story continues.